There it is. That's going, and that's going. And so this, we're gonna go here. GoodDayRecipe.com. Do it with me. Okay. Go live. This goes like this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, that's rolling. Okay. So, good afternoon, Jasmine. How are you today? I just got outside for, I was having kind of an annoying morning. I've been working with the computer, trying to get this new feature done, and then well, frankly, the app told me this new insights feature I'm working on gave me 2 insights yesterday and today that said, 1, apparently sunshine is part of all of your favorite days, and you've only done it like 8 times in the past 30 days. And also, you need to change your environment because walking is super huge for you, and you haven't. You'd have surgery on your back? Did you already have it? I hope you're all right. The insight work is only in your repo. It needs another. Let's move on with the queue. Jasmine, I had the same, well, I don't know, not the same thing, but when I was probably like 12, maybe 10 or 12, they had to take a mole off of my back because they thought it could be cancerous, and they didn't put me under either. They just sliced into my back. I don't know if you can see this. This is so ridiculous, but I don't know if you can see, somewhere in the middle of my back, and also, sorry, my back is not particularly that attractive. I have a big slice somewhere around here from when I was like 10 or 12, and they didn't put me, you can't even see it. Well, it's there somewhere, but anyway, they didn't put me under either. They just did a local anesthetic. But you're okay. Did it hurt? So even though this AI insights thing isn't totally done, like it needs to improve, I think I'm gonna try and ship it out in the next few minutes, and I think it will be good enough to start working. I hope. I hope it will be. I don't know if it will be. I just think that it's really useful. It helped me get outside today, and so I want y'all to have it as soon as possible. Is this growth tracker working now? No. Okay, so if I go to 727, what's a G? They slice it, yes, it hurts like hell. Oh, you took it like a G. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll bet you did. So I thought it said, I read, apparently I swap words sometimes, so I thought it said it took like a G, and I thought you were saying that was like an increment of time. You took it like a G. I'll bet you did. This is my favorite thing about life sometimes, is sometimes life brings you shit, hard stuff, pain, whatever, and there's something awesome about being able to just like step into it face on, take it on the chin and be like, no, let's keep going. Bring it, whatever you got. All right. Nothing is, that's not true. Not nothing is working. I'm being dramatic. Do 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 do. I'm being dramatic. Dun dun. Hell yeah. You know what? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get it done. I think just stepping up and being like, yo, we're doing this, I can take it. I think that's that's legend status right there. Okay, is this working? Oh, I want this to work so bad, and I want it to be done. Honestly, it's so cool. If you, what do you mean you've only had 2 surgeries? That's all. How many surgeries do people normally have? I'm telling you though, well, anyway, I'll stop going on about this. You'll just see how cool this is. And then you'll be like, oh my God, this is so helpful and interesting and exciting, and I want more insights. Have you had 2, wait, have I? I guess I've had, well, I had a rock taken out. My surgeries have not been like real surgeries. I had a rock taken out of my hand from my motorcycle accident. You can't really see. It was just down in there. But I had this lump of a rock stuck in my hand. And I had that thing taken out of my back. You have to have another one taken out in a month? Fuck. Just be like, just kill me now. I don't want any more. No one cut into me. It took me over a year to get this rock removed from my hand. This is many years ago, because I did not want them. Well, I kind of liked it in some ways. It was kind of like my little buddy. It was like a memento. But also, I'm like, I don't want people cutting. I'm a little bit of a drama queen. I'm like, no, do we need to be doing all this cutting? I like being intact personally. You're gonna have to go under for the next one. Getting older is a hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. Day 0. What does this say? Competing days since sign-up bands all along with an N20 floor and already built. What's N20? What does this mean? Ingredients? So the day one community block needs no new aggregation work. We always want it to be honest, comma, but also useful. Here's the thing. Is this taking into consideration how the users rate their biggest impact of completing those ingredients? So, for instance, in those first 2 weeks, how did this cohort rank the importance or efficacy of or correlation of these ingredients? Oh, this is the thing too also, is I never get things shipped out because I keep trying to improve things, and like the computer will come back to me with the thing and I'm like, well, what if we did it like this and made it better? And it's so hard for me to know like when to stop making a thing better, because I'm like, well, we could also just make it a little bit better, you know? I'm really excited about this though. Like, I think this is gonna be one of the main things. I also want people to be able to message each other in the app, but I think this could be one of the main things that actually, well, I always think that this is gonna be the thing that turns it around and makes it super useful. No, but hang on a second. Well, okay. The mislabel may exist. Yes, that's all fine, but also we should be comparing to, did they do this on their not good days? Not missed days, but on their not good days. And probably not retro good days, because nothing will be completed on their retro good days. But we need to see what they did, because if we only use the ingredients that someone attributed it to, then we may miss the unknown correlation of, oh, when you do this, you have a good day, even if you didn't realize. Or when the entire cohort does a thing or doesn't do a thing, it makes an impact whether they realize it or not. Nerd shit. Nerd, nerd, nerd. And keep working on this cast iron pan while we're doing this. My shoulders, and I so much. So I'm trying to clean out the rest of this. This pan is actually like doing pretty good, but there's a little bit of rust buildup, what's it called, pitting, that I still want to try and get out. Actually, maybe I can do it better up here. No, yeah, it does actually work better up here. And I probably should have gotten a sander to do this, because this has taken like days and days, but okay. I'm just watching Claude work. Okay, you're right. Running it properly changes the answer twice over. First, a correction. "52 ingredients, still clear, 20 observations." Lift needs it. This 5,057 good ones seems incorrect. Are some of those good ones from bot users or something? Or are they counting everyone's plus mine? I'm wondering if we should remove me from the statistics right now because I may mess it up for everyone else. Also, for the first 2 weeks, couldn't we just put a higher emphasis on the declared impact instead of the lift? And so we could just put more of an impact on what users in the first 2 weeks said led to their good days? That's funny. I don't know if I want people capped because the power users, we may need them as an example of people that have good days. This is how they get them. How would you talk about capping it? I mean, just one, I mean, I guess, okay, two things. Are we able to see what the results would be if, one, I'm removed from the statistics, and then two, those power users are kept? Can we see what those different, and then I guess three again, well no, we already have the other result if neither of those things happen. And then we can compare. If there's one thing I hate about my job, it's that in the last half hour, right when I'm getting ready to close the casino, that's when all the customers show up, yeah. The rest of the day, they're nowhere to be seen. It seems like that's like every job. I went to go get a burger at the end of a shift last night at Five Guys. And so then I just tipped double the, I tried, it wasn't like in the last 15 minutes, it was the last half hour. But like they're already cleaning the tables and stuff, and so like I don't sit at a table, I don't want to make a mess, and I'm just like in and out of there, and I tip double. Because it's like, I know this sucks. Like I know people just want to go. I'm not trying to make a mess that people have to clean at the end of the night because they've already been cleaning. It's always that way. Things are always at the end. There's always a rush at the end. Okay, here are the 3 views. Let's see what it says. How is there one person in C? Bullshit. What if we lower it to 10? This is why I don't agree with the capping probably, or removing me entirely, because I am a person and I have the most experience of all the people doing this. Or maybe we do somehow, is there a way we can count the retro not good days? I just don't know how to count those because all of the ingredients will be complete on retro good days. Unless we start letting, do I need to set it up so on retro good days I can let people set things as complete or not complete? I guess that's a separate question. Tipping is considered mandatory because we don't pay, because owners don't pay fair wages to employees here. And so it's become more and more, it didn't used to be as heavy, but what happens is people rely more and more on tips, and so then owners pay their employees less and less wages. And now tipping is not just in, it used to be fancy restaurants or when you get your car from the valet or things like that. Now tipping is in, you go get a coffee, you go to the fast food joint, you go basically anywhere, gratuity is expected, and it's bullshit, frankly. But also, it's how people live, and so even in fast food places, I'll still do, and I think I'm considered cheap, probably, but like if I go to like a decent place where like I'm actually getting service and someone's putting it on my plate, it's at least 20% and generally higher than that. Same thing for like Uber delivery drivers and all those things. 20%, all those things. If it's fast food where someone's basically ringing me up, I'll still do 10%. Just because, and so I do that for coffees and things like that, where it's like, okay, this is what it is. And I think I'm considered, well, some people don't do it at all. And I think some people would consider me cheap. And I don't know what the like right answer is. I do think it's bullshit where it's like, Why can't I just go and pay for what something costs, and the owners actually pay their employees a fair wage so that they can live? But that's not the way it is here. And so basically what it does is it preys on nice, good, moral people to start paying more of other people's wages, in my opinion. Okay, let's see what this says. The last question isn't separate at all. What tipping used to be? Well, I think they said is to ensure prompt service. That was what tips was. And basically it's a way, or gratuity, it's a way to say thank you, especially when someone goes above and beyond. It can be a nice thing. When it's across all of the time, it's like, well, this is stupid. It's like if everyone is special, it's like you give everyone an award at the end of a thing. It's like, okay, well, the awards mean nothing. Good days average 28 completions, not good days average 13.4. Okay, all this makes sense and sounds good. Here, you only get a tip if the customer feels you've done a good job and taken good care of them, so to speak. It's not mandatory here. Yes, if you're nice to them and things like that. That seems appropriate. Like, if you go above and beyond and are, like, awesome, and someone can be, like, genuinely, like, thank you. It seems like that's how it should be. Because what happens too is then there's like a whole guilt thing put on it where it's like, it becomes part of the price of going out is to be able to afford tipping. And it's like, so it's kind of like false advertising. Because people are saying it's like, well, don't go out if you can't afford to tip. And it's like, and like, I get that because people rely on those tips to live. But also it's like, then we're doing extra calculations just to like be able to figure out where, it's just dumb. See, there's some stupid things about the United States. Yeah, and even beyond that, you have to do like math at the end. It's not that big of a deal, it's not that hard, but like at the end of every like dinner, you have to like figure out and like calculate things out, and it's like, Right. And also, it's not that like pressing a button and earning a coffee, you should get paid. If it's a job, you should get paid for it. That should just be paid by the company, like the owner, not be based on the goodwill of the person. Like, don't make that my responsibility to figure out what this person gets paid. It's just like taking responsibility and giving it to the customer, which is bullshit. Because that thing is, I also don't mind paying, I mean I do, but like paying $9 for a coffee and just include the tip in, like, that's fine. Just stop making me involved in the process. Just charge whatever it costs to like pay your employees and make your things, and I'll just pay that number. And that way also, it is special when I give someone something extra. It's actually like special and feels good. Like now you basically have to tip 50%. If you want to be like, yo, you killed, you tip like 50 or 100% on the cost to really, depending on, you know, what the bill is. Like if it's $1,000 bill at a restaurant, tipping 100, well, I can't afford to. But the idea is you have to tip so much just to make an impact. And I think that's stupid. Okay, let's see. Alex, threshold of 20. Only 4 ingredients qualify. All scaffolding. Well, can we compare this threshold capped table at 10? And then also, what is 10? What is the threshold of 10? What is 10? I don't know what we're counting. And then also, can we compare that again against what the biggest impact ingredients are that users actually picked? Can we compare those? Because until we get lots and lots of information, maybe we should weigh higher what users individually decided that was most impactful for them. I'm so tired of doing this. This is what's wild about making things, and also anytime with someone when they build an app and things work, I'm always so impressed. Like even if you make something that just has a button, because there's so much, or at least the way I do it, there's so much thought in like potential things to mess things up and care that goes into giving people good information that's useful. Like making just the basic button, that's one thing. Making sure people get useful information that isn't bullshit and is useful, that's what takes the hours. Let me answer this. First, what 10 counts? It's 10 people, not, okay. Well, why aren't we comparing favorite days then? People who picked it, total picks. This is when I start getting confused. Well, no, we can just say the ones that are using, if we're pushing more on biggest impact ingredients, we can just say users say, yeah, said talking to someone they enjoy mattered most. We can do that. And on ones where we can say factually, here's something people don't usually notice, or this is factually what it is, we can say that. But there's nothing wrong with saying this is what users, in the first 2 weeks, this is what users attributed as most important to them. Also, another thing we're not taking into account right now is what happened in users' favorite days, at least so far as I can tell, and comparing favorite days to good days to not good days. Have we tried that? That's very sweet. That's very kind. Honestly, you've done so much. You do so much. You give so much support to me doing this. Like having company while I do this, it means you're kind of like first employee. Kind of. It's so helpful. And knowing when I ask you, it's like, okay, I'm gonna make this thing, can you test it? And let me know what you think. There's been a couple over, one of the first beta testers, she gave me some of the best feedback. She would give such good feedback because I would do phone calls with beta testers. And she has some of the best quotes of the app, and it was so useful. And I don't know how much she uses the app now, but she said it like helped change her life so much and just bring more presence and awareness to what she's doing. But it's so helpful when someone actually is like using it, but that doesn't even count. Like I said, just the company of while you're here when I'm doing this, it's nice. Otherwise, I could just like spin off and start getting into my head and doing nothing. That's a better access than the one we've been using. Those numbers are lower than what I quoted earlier. Yes. This is going to be one of the things, this AI Insights, that will be only, I haven't got this going, but I know this is going to be good, or I've just decided. This will be one of the things that you'll get it free for 30 days. So anyone can try it for 30 days. And then after that, to keep the AI Insights, that will be one of the things premium users get every day, where it's like you get, because also it costs money. Like I have to pay to do it. A lot of the app just runs and saves things. I mean, I have to pay to like build it, but this literally checks in and it uses, I have to pay another AI because it processes it every day and looks through and it's like, okay, let's find something good. So I'll pay for that up front. Because it's not much, but as the app grows, it will, yeah. You don't need to pay, don't worry about it. But it shows between 23 favorite days and, oh, what would be helpful though, Christine, is let me know, I don't know, I never looked, I forgot about this, is to find out his old account information or anything he might know about it. And I don't. Well, I'm always going to say that, frankly. If you want to do it, it's great and appreciated, I just feel bad. I just because you've already helped. You already helped so much. It's thin. Reads 81% favorite. Per discipline, per person capping a people floor. So, yes, that sounds good. I also have a concern though. If do your number one thing today is like so different than the capped lift of getting sunshine or talking to someone you enjoy. Is talk to someone you enjoy on? So talking to someone you enjoy isn't part of the favorite day, and that's weird to me because I do think that's probably accurate. And so I'm like, is there a way to blend? Is there a way to blend between those two things or something? I don't know. It seems like weird that the top favorite day ones don't have talk to someone you enjoy. I'm just curious about the integrity of this, how we're putting it all together. Wait, what are you saying? Hang on. That's true, it is your money. That's fine. I'll still see if I can look through. I haven't done it yet, but I'll still see if I can look through and see if I can find it. And if not, if I can't find it, then he'll be user number 2. I'm user number 1 that lost some data, and hopefully that will never happen again, and it will just be us two. Oh shit. Come on. I hope so too. All my food in my fridge, I think maybe bad, or most of it. Because it was like over a day. Supposedly eggs are okay not in the fridge. And so I'm hoping that the eggs are still okay. The eggs are okay? Okay. You're in your 20s. That's okay. I used to wake up in the mornings and I'd have a cigarette. First thing always a cigarette, always. And then I would get a Mountain Dew. I lived off of 7-Eleven, a convenience store, like the corner store. And so I'd go get like a Mountain Dew, a soda, and like a honey bun, a pastry. But like a packaged pastry. It's not even like they were fresh. They sit there for weeks probably. And then I may go get something for dinner that day. I basically just chain smoke cigarettes all day long. That was when I got down to 126 pounds. I would basically just drink soda and donuts and cigarettes. It was bad. Wait, this is a metric. Your instinct was right. The emission was a flaw. I can't even read what this data says. They just showed walls of numbers sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know what this is showing me. I don't understand. The favorite day tier is the weakest of the three measures. A real finding in there. Can you explain this like I'm 5? Yes. Let's try 2, 3 candidate weightings and see what changes. Okay, I think we're getting close. It's a good day to download the app. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, is Bird still here or no? She's only there for a minute. Short attention spans. Want to lift in an hour. Hour 15. PM. Says we're measuring how often people wash their face on good days. The old way counted everyone's good days in the bottom of the fraction, including people. Right. Yep. Ran all three. Comp doesn't use number one, it doesn't matter how you weight it. Okay. What are you getting irritated about? You're probably hungry. You go outside and have a smoke, listen to that Smoko song. Interesting. All right, so C is stupid. And stop. Lift, declared, even thirds. What if it's 45, 45? What happens if we do lift 45%, declared 45%, favorite 10%? Or lift 40, declared 40, favorite 20? Oh yeah, that would annoy. Yeah, that would set me off too, for sure. All right, I need to stop fucking around so I can get this shipped out so you can try it. Because I need to make my breakfast and get over to the gym. Both. D, E, A, B, D. Close today and drink water. They're basically the same. Talk to someone, start exercise. Interesting. Do your number one thing. Set a direction, drink water, close to brush your teeth. B, talk, exercise, set a direction, close today, drink water, tidy your space. What's B again? Lift 30, declared 60. This is hard. Let's do E. And also, can you make a document or something saved, not just in this session, but a document showing these exact things with the information taken today, with A, B, C, D, and E, what the spreads of them are and what the answers are, like a snapshot taken on this day. Can you make a document and save it somewhere? But then let's move forward with E, and let's send this to Lovable and get it done. All right, that's enough of this. I don't want to do any more of this. Like this. this pan out. We're gonna make some food. Make some food. It's my favorite dish, Ma. It's a dish called food. Getting pretty good. It's getting pretty slick. That's great. Okay. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to. It's so easy. Doggone easy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm so excited for everyone to have this. All right. Do 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 do. Do we just read this last one? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's no why are we hanging around, you know? We don't need to be hanging around. Who's got time for that? All right, I want a little more coffee. Do 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 do. Oh, and I'm out of yogurt and I'm out of bananas. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I guess that's good. I guess I'm glad I ate all of that. I need to clear this out. Let's wash my hands. I'm so excited about this feature. I'm so excited about this. I hope it's not stupid. I should have really just done this and, well, whatever, I can stop. I immediately, anytime something good happens, I go, I'm like, well, I should have done this. Okay, this is good. Okay, I need to stop watching that. As they say, a watched pot never boils. Whoops, I left this window open. That's not good if the AC's on. That is not good if the AC's on. I am so excited about this feature. Okay. Almost out of oil too. I hate how like knobs get so gunky. I have a problem cleaning things though, because I'll clean them too much, and then at our old house I would clean things so much that the numbers would wear off of the knobs, so you couldn't see Well, because the grease builds up on it. And I'm like, who wants grease and oil all over everything? But I think I would clean it too hard or something. And so well, I guess maybe it's just cheap knobs too. But I like my shit to be clean. Okay, where's my speaker? That's what I was looking for. I know, Christine, what is that? That whole thing, it's like I get something good, I start doing things good, and then I'm like, yeah, well, why didn't you do? Either it's like, it took you long enough, or it's like, well, you didn't get this other thing done though. That's the game that goes on inside my brain. It's like, let's see if we can keep that. Let's see if we can keep that at bay. Oh, damn, this pot's heavy as shit. So I think like cast iron to make you feel weak. I'm like trying to like hold this up, and so I'm like, damn, I don't need to strengthen my wrists, I guess. Let's see if we can put on some Alan Watts or something. It's the game. I think it's honestly human. Like if we're not outside in animal environment, running around and like just being animals, as soon as we get indoors, the brain starts spinning because we're supposed to be like out there doing stuff. Let's see if we can find some Alan Watts here. Sure, let's see what this is.
And I question the application of that word to them, because again, I like to use the word religion rather strictly. I'm not going to be so bold as to venture a definition of religion, which is supposed to be true for all time. All I can do is to tell you how I use the word religion. And I want to use it in an exact sense from its Latin root, which really means a bond or rule of life. And therefore the most correct use of the word religion is when we say of a man or woman that he or she has gone into religion, that is to say, has joined a religious or monastic order, and is living under a rule of life, living a life of obedience. If Christianity is a religion, if Judaism is a religion, if Islam is a religion, they are based on the idea of man's obedient response to a divine revelation. And thus, religion as we understand it in these three forms of religion consists really of three things. We will call them the three C's: the creed, the code, and the cult. The creed is the divinely revealed map of the universe, the nature of things, the revelation of the existence of God, of Allah, Yahweh, or as we say God, and his existence, and his will, and his design of the universe. To this we add the second C, the code, the divinely revealed law, or exemplar, which man is supposed to follow. In the case of Christianity, there's a certain variation in this, because the principal revelation of
I hate this music. They put music under things.
Christianity as well as the cult.
And I'm like,
it's not so much a law as a person. God is said in Christianity to be supremely revealed.
People always have to put music under everything, and I'm like, I don't know about this.
We run our business is that you hire us,
and then there's
you
ads.
fire us. We want to help you build a really efficient system for social media.
That there is some stuff which constitutes the essence of the pattern in the same way that clay constitutes the essence of pots. Clay, and so for this reason, you don't really have to suppose that the world is some kind of helpless, passive, unintelligent junk which an outside agency has to inform and make it into intelligent shapes. So the picture of the world in the most sophisticated...
It's the mind game. It is the game.
...is not...
Have you seen my thing? Did you see my reel where I was basically saying, because if I'm just here, I'm good. And like free and feel happy. Not even happy, I feel like bliss. But then my brain starts running forward or my brain starts running backward. And it's like, what's the purpose of this? Why does it happen? And it seems like the reason it happens is the reason in football you need a defense trying to stop you from getting a touchdown. Or you just need a team to play against for the goal to ever feel like anything good. Otherwise, there's no accomplishment. Yeah. Yeah. Get off. All right, I'm getting a little better with these. I probably have to weight so much salt on these. I wonder if I can eat the salsa that, well, I don't even know if there's salsa left. I see you sharing, or at least some of them. I appreciate it. Okay. I think I'm gonna eat it. Which you think I would have learned by now, like after having a parasite? Right now, yeah, okay. No, I'm definitely getting better at this. Or the pots, or I'm cleaning the pot better. I think we'll leave this bit. Probably didn't need to keep that. It's definitely still not as good as the non-stick pan though. But we're getting better. I just don't like all the black junk all over it. It's like grime. business.
Formed stuff, potted clay, but pattern. A self-moving, self-designing pattern, a dance. And we haven't yet, our common sense as individuals hasn't yet caught up with this. Well now, in the course of time, in the evolution of Western thought,
Okay.
the ceramic image of the world ran into trouble and changed into what I call the fully automatic model or image of the world. In other words, Western science was based on the idea that
Done.
there are
All
laws of
done.
nature.
That's awesome.
And it got that idea from Judaism and Christianity and Islam.
That's awesome.
That, in other words, the potter, the maker of the world, in the beginning of things, laid down the laws. And the law of God, which is also the law of nature, is called the Logos. And in Christianity, the Logos is
You found
the
an
second
orange
person of
cat?
the Trinity,
Did you take it?
incarnate as Jesus Christ, who thereby is the perfect exemplar of the divine law.
Exemplar of the divine law.
So we have tended to think of all natural phenomena
All natural
as
phenomena.
responding to laws, as if, in other words, the laws of the world were like the rails on which a streetcar or a tram or a train runs. And these things exist in a certain way, and
better.
all events respond to these laws. You know that limerick, there was a young man
Still
who
not as
said,
pretty
"Damn,
as the other ones.
for it suddenly seems that I am a creature that moves in determinate grooves. I'm not even a bus, I'm a tram."
I hear you.
So, here's this idea that there's a kind of a plan, and everything responds and obeys that plan. Well, in the 18th century, Western intellectuals began to suspect this idea.
Thank you.
And what they suspected is whether there is a lawmaker, whether there is an architect of the universe. And they found out, or they reasoned, that you don't have to suppose that there is. Why? Because the hypothesis of God does not help us to make any predictions. Nor does it, in other words, let's put it this way. If the business of science is to make predictions about what's going to happen, science is essentially prophecy. What's going to happen? By studying the behavior of the past and describing it carefully, we can make predictions about what's going to happen in the future. That's really the whole of science.
Huh. Never thought about that.
And to do this, and to make successful predictions, you do not need God as a hypothesis. Because it makes no difference to anything. If you say everything is controlled by God, everything is governed by God, that doesn't make any difference to your prediction of what's going to happen. And so what they did was simply drop that hypothesis. But they kept the hypothesis of law. Because if you can predict, if you can study the past and describe how things have behaved, and you've got some regularities in the behavior of the universe, you call that law. Although it may not be law in the ordinary sense of the word, it's simply regularity. And so what they did was they got rid of the lawmaker and kept the law. And so they conceived the universe in terms of a mechanism. Something, in other words, that is functioning according to regular, clock-like mechanical principles. Newton's whole image of the world is based on billiards. The atoms are billiard balls, and they bang each other around. And so your behavior, every individual therefore is defined as a very, very complex arrangement of billiard balls, being banged around by everything else. And so behind the fully automatic model of the universe is the notion that reality itself is, to use the favorite term of 19th century scientists, blind energy. In, say, the metaphysics of Ernst Haeckel and T.H. Huxley, the world is basically nothing but energy. Blind, unintelligent force. And likewise, in parallel to this, in the philosophy of Freud, the basic psychological energy is libido, which is blind lust. And it is only a fluke. It is only as a result of pure chances that, resulting from the exuberance of this energy, there are people with values, with reason, with languages, with cultures, and with love. Just a fluke. Like, 1,000 monkeys typing 1,000 typewriters for 1,000,000 years will eventually type the Encyclopedia Britannica. And of course, the moment they stop typing the Encyclopedia Britannica, they will relapse into nonsense. And so in order that that shall not happen, because you and I are flukes in this cosmos, and we like our way of life, we like being human. If we want to keep it, say these people, we've got to fight nature, because it will turn us back into nonsense the moment we let it. And so we've got to impose our will on this world as if we were something completely alien to it from outside. And so we get a culture based on
They put music over this one too.
Between man and nature. And we talk about the conquest of space, the conquest of Everest, and the great symbols of our culture are the rocket and the bulldozer. The rocket. Compensation for the sexually inadequate male. So we're going to conquer space. We're in space already, way out.
That's funny.
If anybody cares to be sensitive and let what's outside space come to you, you can, if your eyes are clear enough. Aided by telescopes, aided by radio astronomy, aided by all the kind of sensitive instruments we can devise. We're as far out in space as we're ever going to get.
Huh.
But, sensitivity isn't the pitch. Especially in the WASP culture of the United States, we define manliness in terms of aggression. You see, because we're a little bit frightened as to whether we are really men. And so we put on this great show of being a tough guy. It was completely unnecessary. If you have what it takes, you don't need to put on that show. And you don't need to beat nature into submission. Why be hostile to nature? Because after all, you are a symptom of nature.
Mm-hmm.
You, as a human being, you grow out of this physical universe in just exactly the same way that an apple grows off an apple tree. So let's say the tree which grows apples is a tree with apples, using apple as a verb. And a world in which human beings arrive is a world that peoples. And so the existence of people is symptomatic of the kind of universe we live in. You, as a human being, you grow out of this physical universe in just exactly the same way that an apple grows off an apple tree. So let's say the tree which grows apples is a tree which apples, using apple as a verb. And a world in which human beings arrive is a world that peoples. And so the existence of people is symptomatic of the kind of universe we live in. Just as spots on somebody's skin are symptomatic of chickenpox. Just as hair on a head is symptomatic of what's going on in the organism. But we have been brought up by our two great myths, the ceramic and the fully automatic, not to feel that we belong in the world. So our popular speech reflects it. We say, I came into this world. You didn't. You came out of it. We say, face facts. We talk about encounters with reality, as if it was a head-on meeting of completely alien agencies. And the average person has the sensation that he is a somewhat that exists inside a bag of skin, a center of consciousness, which looks out at this thing and what the hell's it going to do to me? You see? I recognize you. You kind of look like me, and I've seen myself in a mirror, and you look like you might be people. So maybe you're intelligent, maybe you can love too. And maybe perhaps you're all right. Some of you are anyway. If you've got the right color of skin, or you have the right religion, or whatever it is, you're okay. But there are all those people over in Asia and Africa, and they may not really be people. When you want to destroy someone, you always define them as unpeople. So, but we have this hostility to the external world because of the superstition, the myth, the absolutely unfounded theory that you yourself exist only inside your skin.
If you're not using AI in your
gosh.
workflows, you are losing probably 2 hours or more per day on busy.
Now, I want to propose another idea altogether. I know there are astronomers. There's two great theories going on in astronomy about the origination of the universe. One is called the explosion theory, and the other is called the steady state theory. The steady state people say there never was a time when the world began.
This needs to stop for a few minutes because I want to see if we can get this shipped out before you're leaving. Okay. Have a good day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, she's gone. Okay. I have to stop before sending because I found. Oh. I tested the two alternatives live just now. Most odds ratios collapse. A 20-day per arm cap with you included works. What is this saying? Averaging rates across people. What does 20 days per arm mean? And also, can you show me a thing with all 16 ingredients instead of just the 7 so I can see this better? And also, maybe we can compare, well, no, that's fine. And then also, can you show me what 10 or 50 does too? So we can see what that looks like. But also, yeah, the most important thing is I don't know what 20 days per arm means, what arm is. 16. What? I can't even read what this means. All 16 in each cap. Look at how many offers each arm actually gains as the cap rises. I don't understand. I don't really understand any of this, or like why you're capping at 50 or 20. So capping good days and bad days, how does it know which ones to look at? Because I've had like hundreds of good days and not that many bad days. So which ones is it looking at if it's capping? Does it just pick them randomly? That doesn't make much sense. And also, can you show me the full lists, not with rank of numbers, but actually like each, show me the top 16 ingredients for cap 10, 20, and 50, but with each ingredient as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would be like, instead of showing them by number rank, actually rank each one in English in order, descending, so I can see, because it's hard for me to read them by rank like that. How you have it. Hi, Miriam. I have a cool thing I'm hoping to get out today. Oh, I don't know if you're still here. Well, if you are, I'm trying to get out in the next few minutes before I go to the gym. But it's basically AI insights that will tell you each day you get a new insight based on your activity. And then also potentially the activity of the whole group, or if you're in a squad or something like that. A helpful practical tip or thing you might not have noticed. So I'm trying to get it out today, but it's also been kicking. I've been working on it for a couple days now, and I thought I was going to get done yesterday, but I haven't yet. How was your day? How many of a person's? That's bullshit. No, this is unacceptable, because looking at someone's 10 most recent or 50 most recent days might not be representative of what their life is like. Maybe if it's like 100, but I really wanted to look up what how do we capture everyone's entire experience, but then weight it down so that it doesn't override everything. Solving problems does feel good. Well, most of the time, if I feel like I'm actually making progress. I was getting frustrated at the computer this morning, and so I had to make sure I went outside and got some sunshine and a walk. Start. I just want to get this done though. This is like driving me crazy. I get antsy. This looks good. Okay, one last question. What if you run this system, but then also still remove me? What do the results look like? Hmm. Okay, what if you set it at 9? What would it be without me for those ingredients? Also, are these always these 16 ingredients? Are those all of them regard? Yeah, I guess it is, huh? You're back. Welcome back. I thought you were gone. Little pigeon. I love that. Little pigeon. Welcome. I'm so excited about this if we can get this done. Oh. This is what I want to know. Get some. Okay. Okay, we can leave me in at floor 10. And then also, is this still using like the E subsystem where it's like lift, impact decided, and then favorite? Y'all are too sweet. I need to stop messing around and get this done. I think we're doing it. Agreed. Agreed. All right, is this working here? 10 people on both arms. I still haven't set a direction yet today. I'm gonna have to do it in the gym. Run away as fast as you can. I go to 2 different ones. If I go by myself, it's about 15 minutes. And if I go to the one with my buddy, I'm going to lift with my friend today, it's about 25 minutes. So I listen to audiobooks on the way, sometimes music. And sometimes I'll FaceTime my mom or someone. I'll get a call in. Oh, come on, let's get this done. Probably need to water these plants again. Run away as fast as you can. Run away as fast as you. Three minutes? Come on now, what are we doing? Something wrong. Run away your shit for way too long. Da 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 da. The most. Run away as fast as you can. Oh hell yeah, are we doing this? I really want to get this out. If we can get this out, that would be so cool. Yeah, Queen's incredible. Queen's incredible. I keep putting my socks up on the table. Literally no one wants to see that. What's your favorite Queen song? I don't even know if I have a favorite. I really like Don't Stop Me Now. A lot. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody is obviously great. They have so many. You're My Best Friend, that's a good one. They have so many. Hi, Mom. Look, we got the gang's all here. Breakthrough is great. Too Much Love Will Kill You. I need to listen to that one again. All right, what's the computer doing? Too Much Love Will Kill You. I can't put it on right now because YouTube will block me, or whatever it's called. But I'm gonna listen to it on the way over to the gym. Is this working here? We were playing through vintage Avril Lavigne yesterday. Oh, I wonder if that got me canceled. Oh no, because I wasn't streaming across all the platforms. That's why we did it. I was only on Instagram. Is this working or not? What are we doing here? I'm trying to get out of here. I can brush my teeth while this is going on. I just realized the sound of this toothbrush is going to be really annoying, so we're going to put this mic over here for a minute. So it will be hopefully less bad. I can get this done before I leave. I'm so sorry, and I pulled it away because it's bad. It's traveled a lot. That toothbrush is probably like 5 or 6 years old, and the motor is like, I look at the wrong camera. It's really bad, and so that's why I'm sorry. It sounds like an angry hornet, an electric angry, like an amplified angry. It's terrible. Reviews the temporary. Yeah, sorry. I probably should get. Well, it still works. So I keep using it, but like even it's off. It's not even straight anymore. Like it got bumped at some point. So it's kind of. It's really bad though when I'm around other people and have to use it. People are like, "Yo, what is up with your toothbrush?" I've probably gone through, because I travel a decent amount, I've had to get like 5 new chargers because I've had that toothbrush so long and I'll leave them places or whatever else. So I probably could have bought a new toothbrush by now. I like keeping the same things if I can. If I could fix it, I probably would do that, but that's a little excessive. Okay, I think this is almost done. Okay, if this works, I'm gonna pull this down and I'm gonna push it out to you, and hopefully it doesn't break everything. Okay, it looks like it's done. I'm going to get sync and then let me know if it's good. And if it is good, once I get sync, I want you to push this out as an OTA update as the next increment. I think it's 2.1.5. Did this finish? Yes, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go get sync. Did this work? Well, let's see if it pulled. I'm gonna be late for the gym. No, I'm not gonna rank it. It'll probably be okay. Every time I do this, any of the times, it's like let's see what breaks. This is why you have backups. But almost all the time, it works. It's also fun, you know? A little bit of a... The only thing I get really careful about is the actual database of people's data. Because... Bye, Mom. Thanks for checking in. Making sure everyone's data is safe is... I don't mess with that. I take that seriously. Because also it's mine as well. Oh, this is driving me crazy. too long. Run away as fast as you can. Oh my gosh, what is it doing? Something wrong. You've been putting up with my shit for way too long. The blocker, what's the blocker? What's the issue? 2.1 point. Builds this building over for that command so it can't run. This is the guardrail. Cap go. Why isn't this cap go? Console. Come on now, what's going on? What are we doing here? Here we go. Bundles, do it different. Good day recipe. Bundles. Bundles. Two things, Miriam. My mom is lovely, yes. My mom is wonderful, as is my dad. Also, it's taken a lot of work. Probably on her part too, but I can't speak for her, I can only speak for me. It's taken a lot of work. I didn't talk to my parents for probably, besides like I would go home around Christmas and I would, every once in a while check in, but like, it was probably a good 4 or 5 years. I basically didn't share anything with them. I had a whole relationship with a person that they didn't even know about until it was over. A multi-year relationship they didn't even know about. So, 2.1.5. And then there was a certain point, I think it was probably after my motorcycle accident and after I started doing Good Day Recipe, that I decided that I want to have my family in my life. Hang on real quick. Based on what this shows, it looks like it should go to 2.1.6 next. If you agree, please make the changes to the marketing version in the configs. And and then push it as an OTA update. No, they live on the other side of the country. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. That's where I grew up, or outside Washington, D.C. And then they moved from there after COVID. But they don't live, I'm not going to say where they live, since it's on the internet and it gets saved. But no, they don't live near me. So I go visit them sometimes. Maybe a couple times a year. I do try and call them. I try and talk to both my parents at least once a week. And my mom my mom talks more than my dad. And so every couple days I try and check in with them. But it was an intentional thing. It's like, no, I want them in my life, and so I want to have that with them. And also, yes, getting back to what you originally said, they're wonderful. We've had our things, and also, they're wonderful. And there's things we don't talk about too. We do not discuss politics at all. Like, that was... found that that doesn't work very well. So we just don't do that. Oh, come on. I don't know what you're saying. It seems like all of this should be working, so let me know what you need me to do, because everything should be up and working. I need to go. I'm running behind. Shit. Three commands in terminal. All right, fine, let's do this. Fuck. Down, 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 down. Okay, I just restarted. Try it again now. All right, while that's going, we're going to, oh, it looks like it's working. We're gonna unplug this. We're gonna get our pre-workout going here. Run away as fast as you can. Nope. Actually, Miriam, if you're still here, because I can't see the screen right now, if you're still here, that is kind of, I feel like that is a potential thing that is cool, is that whatever goes on with your, or anyone, whatever goes on with your family, you can, I can't say this for everyone, but my experience is you can, if you want it, you can build it. Or you can build something, because you can't ever take responsibility for what other people do and how they act and behave. But like, I wanted to talk more, I wanted to have more connection with my dad, because we didn't really talk very much. And I kind of always wanted him to like I'm like, well, he never calls. My mom calls, my dad never calls. And it became a thing that's like, okay, let it begin with me. And be what you want, Justin. So if I want a relationship with my dad and I want to talk more to him, I call him. And there's these certain things where like over time, over years now, and again, we don't discuss politics, and there's certain things we don't discuss, but there's lots of things now that we can talk about and share. Yes, our parents did the best they were able to do. One of the things that's helpful for me is to like, and I went through this therapy thing called the Hoffman process, and it was really useful, but one of the things that they do is kind of getting you to come to grips with your parents is also like, you basically, there's this exercise where you basically imagine them and picture them as like 12, as a 12-year-old. And then my 12-year-old self has a conversation with their 12-year-old self. Obviously, this is all just in my imagination. Hang on a second. I don't know what this is saying. npm run build. Git sync. And I think that's just the way some things are. Build. No. No, they're definitely not perfect. And also, they're just people. Like, they're you and me. And doing the best they can with what they were given for their moment in time with the information that they had. Okay, is this put on the right thing? 2.1.6 build 85. I hope that's right. So if we go here, so I just ran this. I want to skip the test and just send this out as an OTA update to production now. Run away as fast as you can. Everything checks out, installed, 2 minutes old. Command that runs asset check. Okay. So you may need to, it's uploading now, you may need to open and close the app. basically you open it and you leave it open for like 60 seconds or 2 minutes and then close it. Well, it's still uploading. I'll let you know when it's done. But then it should upload directly to the app, and then there should be an Insights button directly on the Your 3 screen that will show you, that should give you insights about, specifically for you. But it's still uploading right now. It's now available. Okay, so if you want to check it out, and I'm curious as to whenever you do check it out, let me know what you think. But basically, and I hope it works, but it should download in the next couple minutes to your app whenever you open it. So keep the app open for a minute or two, and then you close the app entirely, and then the next time you open it, it should have the update. And the insights will, if you go to the insights page, but now you can also get to the insights from the Your 3 screen. It will look like this. Oh, interesting. It literally pops up here. That's cool. Whoops. It will show insights at the bottom of the Your 3 screen with a little thing. And so you can just click onto it from there. Okay. Thanks for hanging with me. I have to go. And, well, we got it done. Thank you again for hanging. I'm gonna check out, which song was it? Too Much Love Will Kill You. Okay, I hope you have a great night.